It's about that time. So I figured before the beta's finished, I'll give you guys my thoughts and impressions, my overall takeaway from this Nioh beta. As you can see, if you played the game, the sky is red, things like that. This is called Twilight mode. It's basically the hard mode of the game, and it definitely ramps up the difficulty. It adds new enemy areas, it adds, obviously they do a little more damage. The boss fight changes, which was cool. Like the bat boss I fought, I uploaded a video of it. She doesn't have ads on the first one, but then on the second one she summons in demons and minions and stuff, so it's pretty cool. So that's good, and that kind of touches on what I want to say about this game that I took away the most is the depth. The game actually has a surprising amount of not just combat depth, but just core mechanical depth when it comes down to how the game is designed and structured. You know, when you're playing through it. Look at me getting sloppy. So, first let's talk about the combat. When the original alpha came out, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't enthused. It was just, to me it felt like, really they had some decent ideas, but maybe they were trying to avoid being like Dark Souls too much. So what they did was pretty much, they kind of got the recipe, but they didn't have the right chefs. I guess that's the best way I could put it. Now they took it back to the drawing board. Now when you lock on, I can actually face the enemy the full time, and it seems like they listened to the feedback from the alpha. You know, they took it into consideration, and they put out a product that I can actually say I want to get on day one now, which I was a little bit on the fence when I first played it. So, like I said, combat depth, variety, things like that. I was a little worried about there being a little bit too much of the same old, since it is, you know, obviously inspired by Souls games, but it also has an Onimusha feel to it, which, man, if anybody played that game, you understand how great that game was back in the day. So I've been really looking forward to getting back into something like that. And it even has a Ninja Gaiden-esque feel to it, so that's nice. Really, this is just a nice combination of those two games. And oh my god, alright, so this is gonna go badly. This little rolling enemy. Now, if you played this beta, you understand just how different this area looks with this Twilight mode activated. It's kind of crazy. And as you can see, sometimes you gotta retreat, man, you know. It don't make you no punk. It's just you live to fight another day, that's all. So yeah, that's one of the hardest things I had to learn about this game, is I was going into it like it was a Souls game. But that'll get you punished real quick. So sometimes you gotta lower your pride, you know. Show a little bit of humility. Respect the game, you know, put some respect on this name. And you'll be alright. As you can see, these guys are just horrendous to deal with. So yeah, right now, obviously it's just a beta, so there isn't too much to go on story-wise and whatnot. But the way they're doing it, it's mission-based, which some people may not prefer, because, you know, open world seems to be the new rage, everybody going after open world, but it has an openish world design, yet it has missions kind of like Ninja Gaiden, kind of like Onimusha, you know, things like that. Devil May Cry, if you will. I appreciate it, because what I feel it does is it creates a cohesive mission flow. So when you get to an area, the area feels like it's well thought out from beginning to end, and they could kind of set up all the enemy encounters in a way that flows. It makes it feel like, well, basically, it feels like there's a plan for each area. And I prefer, personally, I like that. They got the cutscenes after, and, you know, of course it's gonna be a little wonky, just like Ninja Gaiden. I mean, this is Team Ninja. But at the same time, it does slightly draw me into the world, and the characters, they do seem intriguing enough. There's a bit of mystery to them. So I like that. Graphic wise, alright, look, let's be honest, it's not like the most polished or sharpest or the technical prowess isn't just gonna blow you away or nothing like that. I don't think it's made for that, and I don't think the team had a budget to really pull that off. But at the same time, if you're into Souls games, you understand those games, they look great, but those games aren't really super polished either. They just have a lot of detail. And if you could look at my weaponry right now, this game definitely has a lot of detail. No question about it. So I could respect that. Now, another thing that surprised me is just the level of customization as far as playing into your strengths, your builds, and your techniques, things like that. So you could really feel like you created a character that plays towards your weapon style. And that's always an advantage, because what that does is it creates a feeling of progression. And games without progression, you'll start to feel like there's no driving force behind it when you get some stuff. Like after you get a few items or you get to a few levels and you're just killing everything, it loses that drive to get better. So I gotta say I respect that a lot. Also the equipment, man. This is something that'll add longevity to the game and replayability. Just the fact that there's so many different weapon choices, and the way that they did the armor sets. You see all the different status effects. So if you really want to cater towards a specific build or specific playstyle, you may find the same helmet, but it may not have the buffs you want. And there's also a blacksmith feature that lets you kind of mix and match and take certain things and infuse it into other items, so that way you can kind of create the perfect weapon and armor setup for you. Like if you notice right here, I got mid attack break, because I use a lot of mid attacks. And what I did with this particular weapon is I actually reforged this one. So I took a couple of the bonuses it didn't used to have, and now it has bonuses more catered towards my playstyle. So I mean, look, man, the game has a lot of depth if you actually sit there and dive into it. I mean, just talking about the ninjutsu and the magic. Like right now I got basically my ninjutsu. I think it's my ninjutsu. It absorbs 2 hits. Like it just nullifies a few hits of damage up to a certain point. And I got a pill that gives me a power boost. So, oh, see, look, Twilight, man, it's just a completely different thing. The enemy locations and everything like that is really different. But yeah, like I was saying, the ninjutsu and whatnot, that adds a whole nother level of customization. See how it just nullifies some of the damage? Oh, let me get out of here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be smart about this. Take out this guy first. Now we take out this guy. So, another good thing is, since the game is tough, the better you get, you could tell you're becoming a better player, you know? You start to learn the enemy's attacks. It's almost like you start playing with them, because you just know what to expect. You know exactly what he's gonna do. You know all the little tricks. You know what I'm saying? You just dance around them and smash them in the mouth. And you go home feeling like a hero. That's what it's about, man. That's why I like tough games. It's just, and then that happens. So, perfect example. It makes you stay on your toes. And we're gonna just blame that on me recording this video, okay? All right. So it's not like I sucked in that fight or anything. But yeah, if there's one thing I noticed, and let's be honest, there's a few things about certain bosses and whatnot that felt a little cheap, and you know, I'm hoping that they really take a look at that stuff. But it isn't far off. It's not. I feel like they got a lot of potential here. Like they have a good start. They just have to really, it has its own identity, which is one thing I was worried about. So that's a good start. The mechanics, like I said, they're pretty good so far. They're not as quite as tight as a Souls game, but hey man, you know, not too many games are. So I can't really hold them too harshly for that. But no question about it, man. It's gonna be a day one purchase for me. I think the environments, like I'm only showing you this level, but so far the variety in the environments has been pretty good. Like we go from like a burning town to like grass fields and oh, man, I completely forgot about this wheel, dude. Oh shit, I might die again. Yep, I'm gonna die. And then moments like that. Trust me, I'm a little bit better than I'm playing right now. Just check out some of my older videos. But yeah, and that's something you're gonna have to get around, is if you just cannot stand dying, learning from it and getting better, these kind of games will never be for you. I mean, it could have perfect controls, it could have everything, but if you just don't have the resilience to put up with this kind of frustration, then I say just skip it, man. But if you know, if you ain't no punk and you know you can face a challenge, get better, come back, you know, show them what you got, this will be right up your lane. So I mean, let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a few of you played the beta as well. I check the comments, you know. I always like having feedback. If you like what you see, go ahead, smash that like button so I know to do more of these. And if you're new and you want to see more of this action, close quarters, high stakes gameplay, go ahead, subscribe, man. I got a lot more of it coming. I'll be doing a lot more build guides. I'll be doing a lot more breakdowns, mechanics, skills, how to stay alive more than 5 seconds. Even though I'm looking like a scrub right now, trust me, I'm a little bit better. Trust me, believe me, I'm a little bit better than I'm showing. Oh. All right, maybe I'm not. All right, maybe I do suck. I don't know. Either way, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me see if I can get out of this battle before I end this video. Let's see if we can survive. A little bit of ninjutsu. See this little, watch. Skeleton guys, if you hit them with the right attack, if I could do it. No, of course not. Sheesh. One thing is, if you rush in this game, they'll punish you every time. Hold on, I keep trying to do something. Alright, look. See how he fell apart? So stuff like that. Little details like that make me feel like this game has a lot of potential. Because I'm not sure, but who knows what kind of mechanics they'll have later in the game too. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Let me style on them a little bit. You gotta at least be able to play better than this, right? Go ahead, do your fire. Hit with one of these. Jerk. Alright. Told you, man. Just takes a little bit of stick-to-itiveness, you know? You know, just had to put a little bit of balls into it, that's all. Alright, man. I'm gonna get up out of here before I get killed by this dude and I embarrass myself. Always appreciate y'all for watching, man. Till the next one, I'm gone. Oh, what a way to end it.